I'm not going to talk about much. Iman is going to explain. And if you are thinking to come to the island, there are three things which come to my mind over the last 18 years when all the fellow members came to Ireland, which Siakas is going to explain you in more details. But in briefly, first thing is the Big Four. Big Four is the biggest hire of the all the chartered accountants coming here because they have the lots of visas which they are able to sponsor. Second thing is the higher studies. If you will, a CPA Island is there, but to help you get a job. But after the chartered accountancy, if you come for a master's here, masters give you 2 years visa, which help you to to get a job or working in the small firm, and the Big Four. Uh, that's another route. Lots of people prefer that route because it's if they want to work in the industry. But if you have the experience in the Big Fours, or or you can get into the Big Four, that is the easiest way. Second thing is the by going for the higher education. You have to do the masters. Masters generally is 10 months or 1 year program here. There are lots of colleges, and after that you get a 2 years work visa. Within 2 years, you have to get a job, and 2 years, which you have to get a company which sponsors you after the 2 years. That is the main thing. But 2 years is a long time to get experience in Ireland and to work here to get a job. And third thing is, if you know someone, lots of our fellow members come on here, the spouse visa, they are getting married because lots of IT people, lots of people work here. So they get married here and then they don't need the visa. And after that, they just settle down. So these are the three main things which bring Indian chartered accountant to the island. And CA Akash is going to explain you in more details about, and I will be there at the end for the question answers. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand at the end of the program, and then myself, Iman or Akash will try to help you and try to answer all your questions, whatever that we can. Otherwise, we can later on we can reply those questions as well. Thanks very much. Again, I would like to has CA Hitesh and for his efforts and doing this kind of webinar, which helps our fellow members to come to the island. It will be your honor if few of us can come, and then we can grow our family, CA family here. And hand over to the Nikita ji, and you can just continue your next steps.
Thanks, Sachin sir, for this wonderful information. So we are lucky to have Shalini ma'am with us, who is the current vice chairperson of NIRC. So I would like to invite Shalini ma'am for the welcome note and to say a few words. Over to you, ma'am.
Very good. Thank you, Nikita. Very good afternoon to all the members present from India, and what I have heard, there is a morning in Ireland, and very good morning to the members who have joined from Ireland. Presently I'm vice chairperson of Northern region of our ICI, and I'm also ex officio of Sonipat branch. So I feel proud whenever Sonipat branch does something that is more than normal branches do. I really feel proud, and I just want to congratulate the whole team, Chairman Hitesh ji and his whole team. What I have seen, they are dedicatedly doing for the betterment of members, for the betterment of the branch. Earlier, we have joined the Bharat League cricket tournament, and it was a wonderful tournament, and I think it was one of its own kind, not seen earlier in any of the branches. Very good. It was a very good initiative, and now having a program with the overseas branch, especially Ireland, and we are lucky that Chairperson say Sachin Gupta ji, we welcome you. You have joined here, and today's speaker Akash Sharma ji and Mr. Yaman. I think I have pronounced his name right. Otherwise, I don't know how it pronounced. So we welcome you both, and really congratulations and best wishes to Sonipat branch. Thank you, Nikita. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shalini ma'am. And we also have with us C. Dinesh Sharma ji, the immediate past vice chairman of NIRC. Sir, I would like to invite you for a few words and a welcome note.
Hi, Nikita. A very good afternoon and a very good morning to the member present in today's webinar, right from Sonipat, I can say India and then Ireland. Hitesh Pai and Varunji and the entire team. Many congratulations for the wonderful program. And yes, we all are here to listen. Mr. Aman, Mr. Akash, and Sachin has already deliberated on the certain things. So I can simply say, what to say about Sonipat program? What you people are doing exactly? Huh? The work, regional council, the central council in Sonipat branch is moving ahead and ahead now. So salute to both of you and many congratulations for the program. And I'm eager to hear Mr. M and Mr. Akash because I think all the members gathered over here just to know the opportunity for all the chartered accountant members abroad in Ireland. So thank you, Nikita, giving me the opportunity, and thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Varun Bhai.
Thank you, sir. So as we all know that our profession is growing day by day, and so our reach is. So it's very imperative for all of us to know the exact opportunities that are for all of us in India, along with the opportunities that are lying abroad. So today, this is the initiative taken up by the Sonipat branch, where we will, by the end of this session, learn that what are the exact opportunities that are there in Ireland, and will continue with the other foreign chapters. So for the today's session, we have a very dynamic personality with us, Mr. Eamon Siggins. And let me take you through a brief profile of him. And so Mr. Eamon Siggins is educated to master's level within MBS in business practice, focused on leadership, strategy and innovation, and management from the IMI UCC. He has completed IMI diploma, postgraduate certificate in business management. Now he is Chief Executive Officer at Institute of Certified Public Accountants in Ireland, with a demonstrated history of working in the accountancy profession at both national and international level. Capable board chairman who has led an international board composed of culturally diverse professionals. So one information that is of much use for all of us is that during 21st World Congress of Accountants under the leadership of Debashish Mitra ji, Mr. Eamon has taken the initiative of waiving off of all the registration fee for all the members of the ICI. So our chairman and many of his friends has enrolled themselves in the course right at that time. So it's a great kind action and initiative taken up by the Eamon. Thanks, sir. We are all honored to have you on today amongst us. So it's over to you. Please start the technical section. Thanks.
Well, thank you very much, Nikita, for that very kind welcome. I hope I can live up to the billing that you have given me. And it's great to be online with Akash and Sachin from Ireland, and to say good morning from here. And it is a good morning. Sun is shining in Ireland. So, and it's an absolute pleasure to be talking to you and your colleagues in Sonipat, and a good afternoon to all of you. Doesn't it just show how global this profession is, that here we are from both sides of the world speaking about, you know, a topic that's germane to professional accountants and to global mobility. And I would say that there has never been a better time to be a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and there has never been a better time to be a member of the global accountancy profession. And why do I say that? I say that because ICA India, for short, has developed a world-class qualification which is recognized around the globe. You have professionals who have actually gone out and represented your institute abroad, people like Sachin and Akash, who have given an absolutely brilliant demonstration of the capacity of ICA India members to not only survive, but to thrive in other jurisdictions. Your institute has also created international relationships right around the world, which facilitate and add value to your membership. And as long ago as 2013, I was privileged to sign the first mutual recognition agreement between ICA India and CPA Ireland. And I signed opposite Mr. Ved Jain, a thorough gentleman and a past president of ICA India, with whom I still keep in contact. I myself have been to India on many occasions. As you said, I was at the World Congress, which was simply amazing. And last year I was also at your GloPac in Gujarat. And I'm always impressed at the enthusiasm for globalization that I see in ICA India members. And today is another example of that. So with your indulgence, just simply what I would like to speak to you about briefly this morning is firstly the agreement between ICA India and CPA Ireland. What does that mean? And one of my colleagues will put a link to the detail into your chat function so everybody that's online can see that. I will say a few words about Ireland and why you might consider Ireland as a place for your career and for your life. I'll talk briefly about opportunities in Ireland, and Sachin has referred to those. I want to talk about the skills shortage in Ireland and the unique opportunity there is at the moment because of the critical shortage of accountants in Ireland. I want to talk about where roles are available and where you can see roles, because it is incredibly different to the circumstances in India. How people secure employment in Ireland is incredibly different, and it needs a mindset shift. And lastly, I will give some personal advice, but based on experience, on how people should apply for positions in Ireland, in the UK, in Europe. And again, it's a slightly different scenario to what you're used to in the Indian domain. So very briefly, we have a mutual recognition agreement between CPA Ireland and ICA India that allows qualified members of ICA India join CPA Ireland without taking any further examinations. There are 3 online tests. There's an overview of Irish law, an overview of Irish tax, and an overview of strategy. They are online tests. They can be taken anytime, anywhere. And basically speaking, you can qualify as a CPA Ireland member without ever leaving India. And all of the details will be in your chat, or the details are on the CPA Ireland website, and you simply have to look for Mutual Recognition ICA India, and you will see all of the detail there. The tests of competence are supported by all of the learning materials. There are 3 subjects, 3 PDFs of learning materials, about 60 pages on each subject, and then a series of MCQ questions that can be completed online. For those who don't feel comfortable doing everything online, we have also established a partnership with JK Shah Classes, and JK Shah Classes will provide tuition in preparation for the online tests. Again, all of the details on the CPA Ireland website, so happy to take any questions on that, but I won't labour it beyond that. I would say that, and Sachin has referred to this, that there is a seismic shift happening in the profession in Ireland, where the 2 Irish professional bodies, CPA Ireland and Chartered Accountants Ireland, are in the final stages of an amalgamation. We have some process to go through, but we have member approval from both sides, and we intend to amalgamate on the 1st of September next. And beyond the 1st of September, I cannot predict what the relationship will be like between the Irish profession and the profession in India. We are waiting on Union Cabinet approval for our extension of our mutual recognition agreement, but I appreciate that you're in election season in India, and it's very difficult to get Union Cabinet attention to sign off on a mutual recognition agreement at this time. So as Sachin has rightly referred to, for those who are interested in becoming a CPA Ireland member, you should look at exploring the option now, because I cannot predict what will happen to the relationship after the 1st of September. Obviously, the benefits of becoming a member of CPA Ireland, as Sachin has said, that you show intent, you show commitment to the Irish community, you show learning, and you distinguish yourself in terms of positioning yourself for a professional position in Ireland. And then you obviously have the support of a national body, which will continue. And all members admitted to CPA Ireland under this mutual recognition agreement will benefit from the amalgamation and will become full members of the larger professional body in Ireland, and will be entitled to use the designatory letters CPA and ACA going forward. So, as I said, you'll get further details on that in your chat function or on the CPA Ireland website. Now, in terms of opportunities in Ireland, in round numbers, there are about 40,000 accountants on the island of Ireland. Okay, so just from round numbers point of view, not a very big number in Indian terms, I realize, but a big number in Irish terms. And at any one time in this period of economic growth, we have up to 1,000 vacancies for qualified accountants. So from a percentage point of view, you can see that there is a critical shortage of accountants. And those vacancies are right across the financial spectrum, from big four firms right down to small to medium practices, from audit to taxation to regulation and compliance to financial accounting to fund accounting to financial reporting and to internal audit. So quite simply, every side of the equation is currently available as an opportunity for accountants in Ireland. The salaries are quite attractive. You know, professional accountants in Ireland would be regarded as reasonably well paid in the overall ecosystem of professionals. And you know, I think that's fair to say, and you can research that from salary surveys that are widely available to see that accountants are well looked after in Ireland. Those open positions are mostly available on LinkedIn. So most employers in Ireland will do a number of things. They will use their own resources to advertise vacancies. They will use recruitment agencies to advertise vacancies. But the common thread is they will all then use LinkedIn as well. And so LinkedIn is the most common home for accounting positions in Ireland. And I'll talk a little bit more about using that opportunity in a second. Let me talk to you then about the critical skills employment permit at the moment. So why is this important for accountants in India? Well, because of the number of vacancies and because of the relevance of the accounting profession in Ireland in terms of driving economic growth, the government's business plans right out to 2040 include and provide for a community of professional accountants supporting that business growth. So the government's economic plans are at risk as a consequence of the shortage of accountants. And therefore, government has deemed that accounting is a critical skill in which we are in deficit. And as a consequence of that, that opens up opportunities in Ireland to professional accountants from outside the European Union, from outside what they call the European Economic Area. And again, people can easily Google the critical skills employment permit in Ireland and see all of the details. But it's a unique opportunity to gain employment and permanency in Ireland for a professional accountant and for her or his family. And that's what's so unique about this, because in the normal circumstances, vacancies that cannot be filled within Ireland have to be offered out first to the European Union and to our neighbours in the UK with whom we have a common travel area. So in this case, because of the critical shortage, this opportunity is available to members of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in India. What Sachin has said is that a first step in this regard should be to take on a national qualification, and that's why the opportunity to become a CPA Ireland member is of such importance. But then for those of you in Sonipat who may not know a lot about Ireland, why would you come to Ireland? Well, you won't come for the weather, okay? Let's just be clear about that. You won't come for the weather. But you will come to Ireland because you're joining an incredible community of professionals here in Ireland that have already come here from ICA India. So our medical profession, our IT profession, our accounting profession, all of those areas are already so well populated by professionals from India and their families. Our services sector is also very well populated. You have an amazing ambassador here in Ireland, and you have an amazing community, including the Dublin chapter of ICA India, who are always willing to stand and help new entrants to Ireland and the profession in Ireland. There are some other features about Ireland that might be attractive to you. We're deemed to be the 8th most democratic country in the world, so we have a very open democracy. We obviously speak English, and now we are the only English-speaking country left within the European Union since the UK and Brexit. The average working week for professionals in Ireland ranges from 36 to 39 hours. So that's the average working week for professionals. I know Sachin will tell me I work longer and I work harder than that, but he's in a very senior position in banking, and sometimes he has to work a little harder than that. That's okay. Our economy is very stable. Our business environment is very open, and we are achieving the highest growth of economic recovery in Europe. And again, that feeds into the demand for accountants. As well as that, many of the global household names in multinational companies are here in Ireland. And Ireland is the European base for over 700 US multinationals. And they've come to Ireland because of the educated workforce, the fact that we're English speaking, the ease of doing business, and the certainty around our corporation tax. So we have 8 of the 10 top global financial services companies have their European, Middle Eastern, and African headquarters in Ireland. The top 5 global software companies are here in Ireland, and 14 of the top medical technology companies are here in Ireland. I can go on with the list, pharmaceutical companies, etc. They're all here, and they drive an incredible demand for professional accountants. There is a good quality of life here. It's a vibrant and open economy, and a vibrant and open country. It would be unfair of me to say that everything is perfect in Ireland. That would be unfair. Because of the recovery in the economy and because of the war in Ukraine and Ireland's openness to taking in families from Ukraine who have been impacted by war, we do have an accommodation crisis in Ireland. We're trying to catch up on accommodation, and the cost of renting here is quite high at the moment, and we are trying to backfill that demand for accommodation. So I have gone through, the Why Ireland piece. I have mentioned to you where roles are advertised, and I just want to say that in terms of applying for roles in Ireland, things are very different. The concept of placement is alien to us. Okay, so the concept of somebody else finding you a role, that whole placement concept is alien to us. We do have leading recruitment agencies, and they will take candidates on board and will try and secure positions for them. But a lot of the work rests on the candidate. Okay, so the balance of responsibility really switches to the member, you, the member. And in terms of using LinkedIn, because as I said, a lot of companies go directly through LinkedIn, and every application for every position needs a unique approach. It needs a very unique, personalized application cover letter, which shows how a candidate meets the skills for that particular role. Okay. I say this time and time again, and I know after this call, I will receive a CV in my inbox from somebody asking me to find me a position in Ireland. So I'm not very effective at this, but I say it time and time again. It is absolutely useless sending a generic CV in the mail for a position in Ireland. Firstly, most recruiters use artificial intelligence support to screen CVs. So they're looking to scan them, they're looking for keywords, key attributes, or they don't even make it out of the inbox, okay? The second thing I would say is that highlight the international dimension of your qualification. It's important for employers to understand that we all operate to global standards in financial reporting. We all operate to global standards in auditing. We all operate to global standards in ethics. And that where you might have national variations in India, they're still the same global standards. So it's very important to distinguish that your accomplishments in the professional space are based on international standards. And so make it easy for a recruiter to see how transferable your skills are. Take care, and take great care with your cover letter. Certainly have somebody proofread it, take care with your grammar, and make sure that it reads well. You only get one chance to make a good first impression. And in the world of job applications, that's really with the cover letter. I think for those who have a dual qualification, you should highlight it. As Sachin said, there are about 175 members here in the Dublin chapter, and we have a steady flow coming into Ireland. And at the moment, we have about 250 dual members here in Ireland, and some hundreds more in India looking at Ireland for a career opportunity. Tap into all of your networks. Tap into all of your networks. As Sachin said, and I can endorse this, the ICA India members that are already here in Ireland are so helpful in terms of guiding those who are interested in coming here. So tap into those networks. The details of the ICA India Dublin chapter are available on the ICA India website. Also, expand your LinkedIn network, include people who are already in Ireland, and be careful with your LinkedIn profile, and be careful that your profile represents a professional accountant, and that your LinkedIn profile photo, your posts, etc., are professional, because they will be reviewed. And lastly, I would say, remain positive. Do not be deterred if you don't secure an immediate role in Ireland. Learn from the experience and come back stronger each time. There are huge opportunities here, and you must stay positive. It doesn't happen overnight, but with good work and with tapping into your networks and with presenting yourself well, there are lots of opportunities here. With that, Nikita, I hope I have taken up enough of your time and cover the main points for you. I'm happy to take any questions that you wish to moderate, but at this stage, I think I'll hand back to you into the chair. And again, just thank you for the opportunity. And Ireland is a country of welcomes, and it can certainly welcome more chartered accountants, and more chartered accountants from Northern India would be most welcome.
Thank you immense for this amazing and wonderful information. I hope that all of us are clear with the opportunities. And if any of us want to settle in Ireland, then there's a lot of information that we have now. So I would like to request all the members if they have any question from Amos. Is there any query from any member? Please unmute yourself and ask.
Hi, Eamon. So first of all, congratulations for being nominated as a CEO of the year. I saw your LinkedIn post about that. And like, what is the cutoff date? Like, what is the last date to be registered for CP Ireland to have that exemption benefit? So if you can enlighten us on that.
Yeah, I think first of all, admissions to membership are approved by our council, by our highest governing authority. Because of the amalgamation process, our council is scheduled to meet more regularly, and will meet at the end of June, at the end of July, and at the end of August. At this stage, I would say that the cutoff date would be the last week in August, which means applications must be approved and received somewhere by mid-August. Now, I am hopeful that the Union Cabinet will approve the extension to the MRA in India, but at the moment we're waiting for that. So I don't have an approved MRA to bring forward into the new organisation, and I can't anticipate what the reaction to that will be. But at this stage, our council and the Council of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India have an agreement around this pathway. It's all online. It's all, as you know yourself, it's a pretty smooth process. It does involve details of your membership, letter of good standing from ICA India, references to professional character and good repute, and the completion of the tests. But it's a pretty seamless process that can be completed from home. So again, I would say last time, would be mid-August, but end of June, end of July, and end of August would be the last 3 admissions that I can guarantee.
Thank you. So I can see a few questions in the chat box. The first question is from Sheetal Brahmecha. So she has a query like, while applying for Ireland opportunities, I had difficulties regarding visa. I am in France at present. So what's your exact query, Sheetal?
Well, okay, and firstly, I think employers are very alert to the critical skills visa opportunity, and I think applicants need to guide employers that to the critical skills opportunity around the visa. Visa complications can be for so many reasons. And I, for one, could not say that everybody who applies for a visa will get a visa to enter any country because of other factors. But the opportunity to avail of the critical skills visa is there. It's very transparent. It determines who can be considered, and it specifically refers to accountancy and many of the roles in accountancy. And many of the 200 plus members who are already in Ireland are here on the critical skills visa. So again, I would say if your colleague is having a particular difficulty, touch base with one of the members of the ICA India Dublin chapter just around the particular difficulties to see why specifically is this member having a difficulty with a visa.
I hope you are clear.
Are you is the job you are getting difficulty, or you got a job and you are getting the issue in the visa? Because there's the two separate things.
It's difficulty regarding visa.
The thing is that whenever I apply through LinkedIn or through Workspace or to the current website of the particular employer, every time they ask about the visa compatibility. So like being to work, like whether you have a work visa to work in Ireland, it was a question most of the time. And so when you say no, so the sponsorship comes in between. And unfortunately, most of the time, I think that your application doesn't go through.
Yeah, no, you're right. The Eman has explained like everything, because you have to secure a job for the once you secure a job, then only employer can sponsor the visa. So so if you're not getting a job here, so as the Eman says, just keep your positive mind. It will come through, but something is first. Have you registered with the CPA Ireland?
I've already done in 2022.
Yeah. So once you are in the CPA Ireland, that you have to highlight it, because that makes lots of questions. That shows that you are very sincere about the Ireland. So that is the first thing. It needs to be highlighted in your CV, and then because you will get a job here, because as 200 or 250 chartered accountants working here. So just keep in positive. Once you secure a job, then only the visa issue will be, because once you're applying for a job, each recruiter will ask, because that is the first requirement is there, because they think, are you still in Ireland on the spouse visa? You are a visa having due to the students. So these are things they are asking. But keep a positive mind. Just keep applying. Yeah, you just answer to them, no, I don't have the visa. I'm looking for a job, and the employer will, I need a sponsorship. So
okay, because that is the only first step. Whenever I apply through LinkedIn, every time it comes like whether you have a visa, work permit to work in the country, and if you say no, the most of the time I think that is not been shortlisted.
Time will come. It will take time. It will take your patience and everything. But when I came in 18 years back, it was the same situation. Company was asking kids, you have the visa, but you keep applying, keep a positive mind. Eamon mentioned, your CV should be good, your cover letter should be good. That's so that they know the company will sponsor the visa, but it's easy
to the right candidate. Yeah, to the right candidate.
But they just very easy to say, no, you don't have a visa. But so that means something is missing in your CV, something is missing in your LinkedIn profile. Even the inputs which Eamon has given you, 1,000 people or the 200 chartered accountants working here, they cannot give you all those guidance which he has mentioned in the 15-20 minutes. Those words, these are the golden words, and nobody can explain you better than him, or the time he spent it, that's coming from the 30-40 years experience working in Ireland. And since 2013, or he has talked to, I think, more than might be 10-15,000 Indian chartered accountant when he go to India, or working here, and all the experience. So take his word, might be listen to his whatever he's saying at least 20 times in your headphone, and see what are the weaknesses coming in your LinkedIn profile and your CV. If you keep those
Thank
things,
you.
be positive minds, definitely will get a job here.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
Can I also suggest that if you haven't done so already, and perhaps you have, that you should register with some of the leading recruitment agencies here in Ireland, because they will act as your kind of interlocutor between the employer and yourself. And they will help you improve and your CV and your presentation, but they will also be able to act as almost your referee around the visa piece. They will inform the employers that you are eligible for a visa. So, and people, companies like Brightwater, Morgan McKinley, Barden, they are absolutely well used to recruiting international accountants for the workspace here in Ireland, and they work with key employers. So, look up their websites and register your interest with those as a candidate, and that'll help you.
Thank you so much for your insight. It's really helpful.
Thanks both for helping on this query. We have another query from Siddharth Pawar. Is there any way to in-source work rather than finding opportunities outside India?
Can you just repeat that question for me, please?
Yeah, the query is there any way to in-source work rather than finding opportunities outside India?
So if you think of the scale of India, okay, so you think of your scale, and I mean Ireland, the UK, France, and Spain would be lost in India, and throw in Germany as well, and all of their economic output would be lost in India. So there's an insatiable appetite in India to deliver outsourced work from Europe, from the USA, etc. So, and it's a little bit like the candidate piece. Only those who stand out will be noticed and will get that type of work. So what's important for companies here in terms of delivering outsourced work, and there is a market for outsourced work, and there are some firms and companies from India who are really doing very well in that space in Ireland and the UK in particular. But the first of all is I think being part of a community of professionals. So many of those who outsource or who look to do outsourced work are already members of the national profession. So they're either CPA Ireland members if they're looking for work to come from Ireland, or in the UK, they are members of ACCA or the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales if they're looking to take work from the UK. And this is because those sending the work want the professionals to be subject to the same rules and to the same standards as they are. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that the capacity to do the work must be proven. So experience, is pretty critical here. So starting small and building up is what most have done. Obviously, security around the exchange of information. In Europe, standards around data protection and law around data protection in Europe is quite punishing. So the GDPR regulations in Europe, breaches and sanctions of GDPR are very punishing. So certainly the capacity to transfer information in an absolutely secure and guaranteed secure environment is needed. Then, delivering value and delivering work streams in a different time zone is important. But also, we all do business with people we trust. So to my experience, the most successful at engaging in the whole world of outsourcing and insourcing have actually been on the ground. They have either worked with connections on the ground, or they have actually spent time in country visiting firms, showing who they are, what they can do, and trying to win business that way. So again, if I got a rupee for everybody at the World Congress of Accountants who asked me about the capacity to get work from Ireland, I would have left wealthy. So please bear in mind the respective size between your incredible economy and the economies that you're looking to take work from. Does that address the question, Nikita?
Yeah. So we have another question from Sajit. So that is, thanks, Amen sir, for your wonderful talk. What would happen to the CPA membership already availed by ICI members through current MRA?
And every member of CPA Ireland, either coming through an MRA or coming through the examination system, is equal and will bring forward their membership on an equal basis into the amalgamated institute. So on the 1st of September, the plan is that all members of CPA Ireland will become members of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Ireland and will be entitled to use the designatory letters ACA and CPA, and there will be one institute really functioning thereafter. But every member who has joined CPA Ireland through MRA will come on that journey on an equal basis. And all one has to do is retain their membership in good standing and be there on the transition date to avail of the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Is there another question from any of the members? I think we are all done and clear. So thanks, Amen sir, for this wonderful information. And thanks for sparing time from your busy schedule for all of us. We are very thankful. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. You'll find me on the CPA Ireland website, and you'll find my email, or you'll find me on LinkedIn. Please bear in mind the time difference between India and Ireland. If you're looking for a response at 3 o'clock in the morning, give me time to wake up, and I'll be back to you about 6 or 7 a.m. Irish time. So generally speaking, early morning Ireland is early afternoon India, and we are responsive, but give us time to wake up and we'll be there for you. Okay. Best of luck with the rest of your morning. I have to leave now, if that's okay. And I look forward to engaging with anybody who's on the call.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, man.
So we are done with our first technical session. So we have another guest speaker for the day, C. Akash Sharma. So let me take you through a brief profile about him. A very interesting fact about him is that he is from Sonipat city, and he has completed his CA in 2021, and he has also pursued CPA Ireland, CPA Australia, and CTA Ireland. Currently, he is working in a very reputed CA firm in Dublin, Ireland, in the field of taxation. Whenever he comes to India, he gives many seminars to the branches. He has given a seminar in Hisar, Bhiwani, and Sirsa branch in the past. This kind and energetic personality has guided many Indian members and professionals to have a good career in Ireland. So we will now start the technical session, second part, with C. Akash Sharma ji. Over to you, sir. Thank you for sparing time for all of us. It's over. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Nikita and Sachinji and Hitesh, my dear friend. So I'll start. I have a presentation for you guys. If you give me like just a minute to share my screen with you. So is it visible now?
Yeah, it's visible.
Just a minute, let me minimize it. So Good morning to everyone in Ireland, and good afternoon to all joining from India. I'm delighted to be here today as the guest for an exciting webinar on the opportunities for Indian chartered accountants in Ireland. It's a pleasure to see so many enthusiastic faces eager to explore new horizons and seize opportunities across borders. First and foremost, let me extend a warm welcome to all our participants, whether you are sipping your morning coffee in Ireland or enjoying your afternoon chai. I hope you are ready for an engaging session. And I must admit, it's quite an experience to bridge the time gaps like this. It's almost feels like a time travel, isn't it? So now let's dive into the heart of the matter. As a chartered accountant and a certified public accountant myself, I know the immense value and the potential our profession holds. But today we are not just talking about the opportunities within India. We are looking at the world of possibilities that lies here in Ireland. So why Ireland, you might ask? So well, Ireland is not just famous for the stunning landscape, historic castles, and yes, its hearty pint of Guinness. It also boosts a thriving business environment, a robust financial sector, and a welcoming community for professionals from around the globe. We will cover in detail about Ireland in few minutes. So, but it's not just about work. Moving to Ireland can be enriching personal experience as well. Imagine working in a place where you can spend your weekends exploring the cliffs of Moher, visiting ancient castles, or even learning a bit of Gaelic. Gaelic is Irish language, we say. Let's not forget the Irish are known for the warm hospitality and a good sense of humor. You might even find yourself picking up a new joke or two along the way. As we go deeper into today's discussion, I will polish what you have heard from Eamon, Sachin. I'll tell you more about the various aspects of working in Ireland. From the technicalities, just this is the agenda for today. So from the technicalities of professional recognition to the lifestyle and cultural integration, I'll encourage you to listen, ask questions, and make the most of this session. In essence, I want to say that opportunities often come disguised as challenges. As chartered accountants from India, we are trained to turn challenges into stepping stones. Ireland presents a wonderful opportunity to expand your horizons, both professionally and personally. So let's embrace it with open arms and a curious mind. Just give me a minute. So let's get started with today's webinar. As we start this journey together, let me give you a brief overview of what we will be covering in the presentation today. Firstly, I'll talk about Ireland itself. Back in India, it's not very common to hear about people migrating to Ireland or discussing its opportunities. But trust me, Ireland has a lot more to offer, and I'm excited to share its hidden gems with you. After giving you a glimpse of what life is like to be in Ireland, we will move to the various pathways you can take to come to the beautiful country. We will start with the critical skills employment permit, like the MN has briefed you about it a bit. So this is a fantastic route designed to attract highly skilled workers to Ireland. I'll explain who qualifies for this permit, the benefit it offers, and how you can apply for it. Next, I'll guide you on how to land a job directly from India. This can seem daunting, I understand that, but with the right approach and resources, it's definitely achievable, I believe. I'll share tips and strategies with you to help you secure a job, offer from an Irish employer while still in India. Like one of the guys asking the same question. After that, we will explore the joint family route, the spouse route, I would say. If you have a family member that qualifies for critical skill employment permit, commonly referred to as Stamp 1 or CSAP in Ireland, this can be a great way to make the move. I'll cover the eligibility criteria and the application process for this route as well. Finally, we will discuss the master's route. Pursuing higher education in the Ireland is not only a way to gain advanced knowledge and skills, but also a pathway to permanent residency. Permanent residency, I would say STEM for. We say the PR, like you used to heard that in Canada, PR, we say STEM for here. I'll walk you through the various programs available, how to apply, and the benefit of studying in Ireland. We will cover that too. And at the end of my presentation, I'll open the floor to you. If you have any questions you might have, I encourage you to ask questions, as this is your chance to get all the information you need to make informed decisions about your future. So I would say sit back, relax, and let's explore the incredible opportunities that Ireland has to offer for Indian chartered accountants. So just give me a minute. So this is about Ireland. So Ireland is located in the Western Europe and is known as an island nation. If you say it is covered by the ocean from all across the side, and geographically it is positioned to offer easy access to other major European cities, making it a strategical location for both business and travel. The capital city is Dublin, of course, is not only the largest city, but also the economical and cultural heart of Ireland. I hope nobody's listening from Cork. Ireland has a population of approximately 5 million people only, like 1/3 of Delhi. The official languages are Irish and English. And with Irish being predominantly used in business and in daily life, this makes it easier for Indian professionals like us to adapt and communicate effective in their new environment. And like Ireland boasts a highly developed open economy. It is well known for its pro-business environment, which has attracted many multinational corporations to establish their European headquarters in Ireland. The major industries, what is that on the screen? The screen summary with AI, stop summary, sorry. So the major industries include information technology, pharmaceuticals, and financial services, which we deal with, provide a wide range of employment opportunities for skilled professionals, including the Indian Chartered Accountants. The education system are you able to see this? I think I'm not able to turn it. Hello, Nikita?
Hello.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I thought So I was talking about the education system here. So the education system in Ireland is world renowned, featuring universities and professional institutions that emphasize research and development. This makes Ireland an attractive destination for those looking for further their education or engage in high quality professional training. Further, Ireland offers a high standard of living with excellent healthcare and education system. The country is rich in culture and history and providing a vibrant and welcoming environment for expatriates and their families. From its stunning landscape to its lively cultural scene, Ireland offers a unique and enriching lifestyle to everyone that comes here. So I'll come to this. So the work environment in Ireland is categorized by the presence of many multinational companies and diverse job opportunities. So the country is known for its favorable working conditions and robust labor laws, ensuring a balanced life it offers to the migrating people like us who come here for a job or education. So talking about further, Ireland has a clear pathways for skilled professional to obtain visas and work permit. The government supports foreign workers and their families through various policies, making transition smoother and more accessible. This supportive environment is a significant factor in attracting international talent like us. This overview of Ireland set the stage for understanding why it is an attractive destination for Indian chartered accountants. Next, we will see the Irish economy at a glance. So I prepared this chart. So this orange line you see here is for the Ireland, and the green is for the world, and the purple is for the European Union, and the black is for India. So this is the GDP rate from 1960s to today. So as you can see, the Irish economy stands better than India, I would say, EU and the world as a whole. Even during COVID time, like this is the, do you see the 2020? This is the COVID time. So even during the COVID time where the world's economy is diving, including the India has a sharp decline of 6%, the Ireland GDP growth rate was still positive. This proves how strong the fundamentals are for the Ireland. And the current size of the Irish economy is 560 billion euros, with the world's third highest per capita, followed by Luxembourg and Singapore, I guess. 98,000 is the per capita. To put it in a perspective, India has only 2,700. So they have very competitive tax rate of 12.5%, making it very attractive for multinational giants. You know that like Meta, LinkedIn, Google, Microsoft, and Twitter, they all have European headquarters in Ireland only. Talking further about critical skills employment permit, just give me a break. So talking further about critical skills employment permit, the stamp one, which we commonly refer to as that. The critical skills employment permit is designed to attract highly skilled workers to Ireland with the aim of understanding the skill shortage in the key sectors in the economy, like as the Eamon stated that it is particularly targeted at individuals with the specific skills that are critical to the country's economical growth. There's several benefits to obtain the critical skills employment permit, like immediate family reunification. So like, for example, the permit holder can immediately bring their family members to the Ireland, and you know that like the family member they're eligible to work from the day one. Pathway, and the second benefit, if I point it out, is the pathway to residency. So on general work permit, it takes around 5 years, and on like if you have the critical skill stamp one, so the permit holder can apply for long-term residency just after 21 months, like 2 years to be precise. And the job mobility, third benefit, if I would say, is job mobility. So after the initial 12 months, the permit holder can change employer without needing a new permit, provided the new job is also eligible under the scheme. And about the other benefits, like one more benefit I'd like to point it out here is the fast track application process. The application processing times for this permits are relatively quick compared to the other types of work permit. So to be eligible for the critical skills employment permit, you must meet the specific criteria set out by the government of Ireland. So first of the criteria is job offer, I would say. So applicant must have a job offer from an Irish employer for a position on a critical skills occupation list. Luckily, we Indian Chartered Accountants falls within that list. Sorry. Minimum salary requirement. Second criteria is minimum salary requirement. So the minimum salary requirement for the role is 38,000 per annum or above. The job must be in a professional listed, as I mentioned, in a critical skills occupation list. And for all other roles, a minimum annual salary of 65,000 is required. So for us, the criteria is 38,000. And if you're not Indian Chartered Accountants, or let's say you are semi-qualified, you don't have the degree, so the criteria would be 64,000 per annum euros to be fall under the critical skills employment list. And the fourth criteria would be contract duration. So the job offer must be for at least 2 years. So like if you have contractual job for less than a year, or let's say less than 2 years, you won't qualify for the stamp one. And the fifth criteria would be labor market test. So for some roles, employer may need to show that they have made an effort to fill the position within the EU zone first. So this not applies to us. So luckily, this permit is a significant opportunity for highly skilled professionals looking to advance their career in Ireland while enjoying the benefit of living in a dynamic and a vibrant country. Next, we will explore the various pathways to come to Ireland. So in this segment, we will be discussing the various pathways for Indian Chartered Accountants to come to Ireland. After my extensive research, I have identified 3 major pathways that are both viable and advantageous. So these pathways are master's route, like the further education, and the dependent route, and the direct job route. So let's explore each of the section in detail. Sorry about it. So each of the pathways has its own set of requirements, benefit, and process, which I'll explain in a minute. So first one is direct job. As you can see on the screen here, the first pathways is the direct job route. This involves securing a job from an Irish employer and obtaining a work permit, such as critical skills employment permit from India itself. Like you do not need to come to Ireland first to secure that kind of a job. So this route is ideal for those who have already significant work experience. So like if you have 5 or 10-year work experience, you may consider this route, but I will not suggest it for the freshly qualified chartered accountants. So the critical skills employment permit in particular offer numerous benefits, including immediate family unification, as I have stated, and the clear pathway to long-term residency. The starting salary of chartered accountants are like the qualified accountants are, we say the chartered accountant is qualified accountant. So the starting salary of them are 45,000. And as the Sachin ji has already mentioned that there are already less than 200 Indian chartered accountants here in Ireland. So I'll here's the list of websites you can explore to land a job here. So it is LinkedIn, like we all know about that, Headmount International, CV Library, Hayes, Indeed. So now coming to the second route, master's route. So the second pathway is the master's route. This involves pursuing higher education in Ireland. By enrolling in a master's program at an Irish university, you not only gain a high quality of education, but also it opens your doors to the employment opportunities. So like, for example, if you don't have any experience, you may consider that route. After completing your studies, you can avail the third level graduate scheme, which allows you to stay in Ireland for up to 2 years to seek employment and gain valuable work experience. This route involves a cost to be paid to the university. But though you are allowed to work for a maximum of 20 hours a week, point here to notice that masters in Ireland is only for 1 year. You don't even have to go to the university for 1 year. It is like 7 to 8 months to be precise. So coming to the third route is, I would say, dependent route. So the third pathway is like if you have your spouse or partner that falls within the critical skills employment list, they can apply for job here and you can join them as their dependent. For example, if your spouse works as a medical professional, they have very high demand in here. So if your spouse works as a medical professional or in the IT industry, so it is very easy for them to land a job here. This route allows you to live in Ireland and in many cases work without needing a separate work permit. It's a great option for those who want to be with their family while pursuing their careers in Ireland. So these 3 pathways, like all of them, these 3 pathways provide great opportunities for Indian chartered accountants looking to establish themselves in the Ireland. I have prepared a separate slide for the NUI Galway. Many of you haven't heard about it. So the National University of Ireland, or NUI Galway, is a prestigious institution that provides a unique pathway for Indian chartered accountants. While this route is not in the limelight due to absence of the MOU with the ICAI, it still holds the remarkable advantage that can make a significant difference in your professional journey. One of the key benefits of pursuing a master's here is NUI Galway is the exemption of 1 semester for Indian chartered accountants. So you don't even need to provide a good standing certificate as you need it for for CP Ireland or for the other accounting bodies. All you need is your membership certificate. Because of this exemption, I'd say because of this exemption, the 1-year master's program is effectively reduced to just 6 months for you. Imagine starting your master's, as you can, I have highlighted here. Imagine starting your master's in January and being ready to join the workforce by June, like approximately 6 months. This accelerated program allows you to quickly have transition from education to employment, minimizing the time for the minimizing the time and the investment, I would say. So let's break down the journey for you. Let's say, for example, the Anyway Galway has every intakes on every January. Okay, so like in January you begin your master's program at Anyway Galway. By March and April you will have to submit your projects with the university, and by June you will complete the program and be ready to join the workforce. This streamlined process not only saves you 6 months, but also position you to take advantage of job opportunities in the island more swiftly. It's an effective, and efficient way to enhance your qualification and gain a foothold in the Irish job market. So this course is dedicatedly for Indian chartered accountants. You may consider doing that. The opportunity at the NUI Galway demonstrates how strategical educational choice can fast track your career. So if you have you're getting my point, I believe. Navigating your initial days in Ireland. I have a separate slide. Yeah. So during your initial days, you might be needing plenty of help. In this section, we will discuss some practical tips and resources to help you navigate your initial days in Ireland. So moving to a new country can be overwhelming. I understand that, but with the right information and support, you can make this transition smoother. During your initial days in Ireland, you might have tons of questions, such as which sims works best, which sim has the better network quality in a particular area, which bank account to opt for, what kind of part-time job should I opt for as a chartered accountant. So, and where you can find your part-time jobs. Yeah, sorry. So one of the best resources to address these queries is joining the Facebook groups. These groups, there are plenty of groups named Indians in Ireland, Dubliners in Ireland, where you can post your queries. The community is very helpful and responsive on Facebook, providing you with the first hand of information and tips. In addition to the general support groups, there are specific accommodation groups on Facebook and on WhatsApp. So these groups can help you find suitable housing requirements and roommates, making your research for accommodation much easier. Moreover, I would highly recommend joining the WhatsApp group specifically for Indian chartered accountants in Ireland. CA Sachinji is the admin. You can request him to add you into that group. Surprisingly, many CAs are not aware of this group and are not a part of it, even after living in Ireland for years. I know them personally. This group is invaluable for connecting with fellow chartered accountants, fellow members, and sharing professional advice and offering you support. And if you have any further queries or need assistance, feel free to contact me at CA Abroad. I'm always happy to help and resolve your queries and provide guidance to make your transition in Ireland as smooth as possible. So coming to the last section. By leveraging these resources and communities, you can significantly ease your initial days in Ireland. I would say thank you all for joining today's webinar, like from my side, on opportunities for Indian chartered accountants abroad. I hope you found these information valuable and insightful. And before we conclude, I would like to firstly thank you ICI Ireland chapter, C. Sachinji, for his support and collaboration. And I also want to extend my sincere appreciation for my dear friend Hitesh Dhul, chairman of Sonipat branch, for giving me this opportunity to be a guest speaker. Your efforts in organizing this event have been truly commendable. I would also like to thank Emin, who had to leave the seminar due to some prior commitments, but he has provided some invaluable insights in the time he was with us. So if you have any further queries or questions, you can contact me. Okay, Nikita, over to you.
Thanks, Akash, for such beautiful insights and information. This is going to be handy and very useful for all of us. So it's time for the Q&A session. If any member has any query, they can unmute themselves, ask the query, or they can leave the query on chat box. I'll ask the query on their behalf. So if you have any query, please leave it in the chat box. I request all the members to keep their query in the chat box if they have any.
If they have any query later on, they can also reach out to me at a later stage.
So I think there is no query. There is one query. There's a thanks from a member's side, Mr. Sajid. One more query is there from Siddharth Pawar. Do enrollment take place only in Jan? Akash, please unmute yourself.
Yeah. For the NUI Galway, the intakes are open for January. And for the other universities like the Dublin Business School and the universities based in Dublin, the intakes are in September. So they are open. You can enroll for that, for DBS or for the NUI Galway. NUI Galway I would prefer if you are a chartered accountant.
One more question is there. Is there any age limit for getting critical permit or to get admission in NUI
What?
Galway?
Can you pardon? Can you repeat
Is
that?
there any age limit for getting critical permit?
There is no age limit to get the critical skill. All you need to get only the salary criteria. That's it. Only if you meet the salary criteria, and even if you're employed, like, see, in many cases the employer, they are small employer, they don't wish to be indulged in the paperwork, so they will not sponsor you. So what you can say is like, you can sponsor yourself. All you need is the offer letter from them and the taxation, like PPSN and all. With the basic KYC documents, you can apply for it. There is no age restriction. All you need is that your salary should be higher than 38,000 euros per annum, and the contract is for at least 2 years.
Hi Akash, I have two questions from my side.
You sure?
Can I ask?
Yeah, sure. You may.
Yeah. So the first question I want to ask is like, let's suppose if anyone has a good experience or exposure in finance industry in the India, he or she is like in the big fours and he has a good exposure. So
Yeah.
can he or she will get the benefit to get job directly through the direct route, or like he or she is also choose the same path, like going through the CP Ireland or like doing the masters, then he's eligible for the job, or like he or she will get some benefit for this or not?
Is that your question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have experience, I would say the direct job route is better. So you should apply considering for direct job route. And I'll share the PPT within the chat. So if you have like experience of more than 5 years, you can apply to the direct job route. And apart from LinkedIn, there are plenty of websites you may consider. And like, for example, if you apply for 3-4 months and you still won't get any response, then you may consider for the education route. But if you have experience, I would say the direct job route is best. And on the CPA Ireland website, I think Eamon has a time constraint. He hasn't mentioned that. So on the CPA website, if you enroll yourself, they will send you the regular links for the job openings in Ireland. So you can opt for that too. I hope I answered your query.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's answered my query. And the second one is like, can you give me a brief, let's suppose I understand that you have said that we have got the package of 38,000 to 40,000 for the beginners, for the Cs in Ireland.
It
But
is
can
not
you,
for
can you,
beginners. Sorry, please complete it.
yeah, so can you just like give some limelight on this, like what are the expenses, or as a net benefit analysis, that is it really worth it to come in the island and pursue your
I would
whole
say
career, whole life, yeah, in Ireland?
I
So
would say
is it?
it's worth it. I had the same query back in 2022 when I was moving to Ireland, I remember. So I texted the vice chairman of Dublin chapter Jay Patel ji. So I have texted the same query. It will be worth it, and he replied to me, "Yeah, it will be worth it, Akash." So I vouch for his word, and I would ask you to vouch for me. So it will be worth it. And apart from that, the critical skills employment permit, few months ago it was only 32,000. So the government made a recent change to the limit. It became 38,000 now. And as chartered accountant, we easily land that kind of a job, like more than 40,000. And one more thing I like to add here. If you do CPA Ireland, like within the time frame, as the MN mentioned, so you will get the dual designation. You can use the CPA Ireland and you can use the CA Ireland designation both at the same time, because both of the institutes are getting merged. So it will be totally worth it. You should consider. You may send your details to me. I'd say I will see what I can do for you.
Sure. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Akash. We have another question. So what is the total fee of annual reports? Just from Sajid.
Total what?
Total fee.
Total fee, like for any kind of universities in Ireland, apart from Trinity and UCD, I would say the average fees is like around 10 to 11 lakhs. So that need money to be given to the university, and apart from that, show funds. You need to have like 10 lakhs in your bank account. But you, as chartered accountants, we can easily get that kind of education loan very easily. So 10 lakh is the fees. To the precise answer is.
Thanks. Is there another question from any members? I think all the questions have been answered. So I would like to now welcome C. Shubham Garg for the thanking note, if he is available. Okay. If he's not available, I would like to welcome C. Varun Vats for the thanking remarks. It's over to you, Varun. I think there is some technical error. So, Mr. Hitesh, please give the thanking remarks for the today's session. Am I audible?
निकिता 2 मिनट वेट करना, मैं एक बार कॉल कर देती हूँ अगर
Okay.
कोई टेक्निकल इशू हुआ तो 1 मिनट.
Hello. Yeah. Hi, Akash here.
Hello.
Yeah, Akash, I just want to know, like, as we all know, Ireland is a one step ahead, like from India in the field of personal data protection. Like they have their own GDPR, General Data Protection Rules, since back 2018. So I just want to know, like, is there CPA Ireland also engaged in that field there, like in the field of personal data protections? Do you have any idea about this?
I afraid I have any clue about it. Like maybe Sachin ji can enlighten you on this. If you can give me a question, I can post that in our Ireland CA group, and might be they will have some insights about it.
Because all the institute and every organization in Ireland is required to follow the GDPR regulations. So and the CA chapter as well, like we are also need to follow the GDPR guidance.
Like my question is, Sachin sir, like CPA Ireland, like person who are there, like after completion of the CPA Ireland, is like they are also engaged in compliance of this for their clients also.
Yes, they do. Because GDPR is the rules for everyone. Any organization who is keeping the personal data of any person, they have to comply with the GDPR regulations.
Okay, so we can conclude that this is one more opportunity for like Indian chartered accountants who are planning to be a CP Ireland.
What kind of opportunities? Because I'm sorry, I think I misheard your question, or I'm not able to sure.
Like
What?
provide compliance services of personal data protection, like general data protection.
But they are the firms which I think they get the license, and the GDPR is a department. They do their own audit as well. Because suppose if tomorrow you say ki the ICI chapter Dublin is violation of the GDPR regulation, you go to the GDPR regulations and then told them ki sir, they have I have provided them my personal data as per the GDPR regulation, and then they are monetizing that data for their own personal benefits, or which I have requested, we have to send to institute, or I have requested them to delete my data. They have not. So what then the GDPR regulation, their employees or their third party, they contacted the organization who's doing the violation of the GDPR regulations, and then they do the audit where the this violation happened and why there is no action is taken. If you found the guilty of the GDPR violation, the fines and penalties are quite very high. But when you're sitting in Ireland and in India, I don't see, because cannot go outside the European Union if it is a personal data. So I don't see how you are from India, you can help the CPA Ireland or any other organization to for these regulations.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm sure I'm not able to answer your question, but that's GDPR, like if you are from India, I think it's very hard to do the GDPR regulations. But lots of IT companies, they TCS and all this IBM and other companies which are very big in India, they make lots of money on this GDPR, and they are doing it. But how they are doing it, because there must be office and the people is based in Ireland.
Okay. Like we are doing like in back into 2023, like India also introduced the Digital Personal Data Protection Act. So right now we are currently working on the DPDP Act in India itself. But see, we are taking a lot of examples or lot of like compliance procedure from the GDPR itself. So that's why I was asking like if we are planning for CP Ireland, so that after completion of CP Ireland, like is there any scope for that window for Indian chartered accountants?
No, it's a very good question, but there is no harm, in because once CPA Ireland is a degree which help you to, just to wear another cap, because to differentiate, there's, Eamon and Akash in very well said in the presentation wording. The CPA Ireland is differentiate you with the other people. You are doing, you are serious to come to Ireland, or you have the additional qualification. But to get the business or to get a job is a different thing as comparison to the doing the CPR and degree.
Okay, Sachin. Thanks.
But there is no harm in trying. It might be, something is always better than nothing.
Sure.
Thank you, Sachin sir. So there is one message from a member. Could you please share the PPT? Akashi, you share the PPT.
That can be shared from branch. Akash can share with us.
Okay. Branch will share the same. So as we have CA Sachin Gupta sir with us till the end. Thank you, sir, for being with us till the end and resolving the queries. So if you want, you can give the thanking remarks for today's session.
No, thanks Nikitaji, and thanks CA Hitesh and Akash, and Eamon is not here. They for your valuable time, and we are all here. The chartered accountant profession is different in the world because it teaches to how to help each other fellow members. Either you're in Ireland, in Sonipat, or any part of the India, just try to be CA and try to help each other. any whatever the way you can do. It's not about people is coming to the island, and as the CA Hitesh, chairman of Sonipat chapter is doing, they're trying to help all those 450 or 500 chartered accountant which is working in the Sonipat to help them. So just be a nice person to our profession, and always do which is right and which helps to grow us not only in India, internationally as well. The as Eamon has mentioned, lots of people comes. There is a few last week as well. There is two chartered accountants. They come from India to Ireland to get a few outsourcing business, and it's not easy to get the outsourcing business from here. Same the job as well, but if you will, that even go to India, he attend the lots of workshop, go back and the World Congress. Those are the expensive, from going from here. If you want to make your network big, whenever the institute is organizing any international conference, either online or personally, always try to attend. That's your marketing spend. That's where you will know more people, and you can grow your business. And I don't know the name of the person who was talking about the GDPR and all those things. Those conferences give you the platform where you can meet other people, grow your network, and then that is the starting step one. And after that, there is opportunities. India is a land of opportunities, but for the Indian chartered accountant, world is a land of opportunities as well. It's like we have came so far, and just keep your head high, and always. And I think the Sheetal was trying to get a job in from the France. You are already in the France. Just keep positive things. You will definitely get a job in Ireland. Keep inputs from the Evans and Akash. There must be something lacking in our CVs, in our LinkedIn profile. If you want an outsourcing job as well, your LinkedIn profile is most important thing in outside India. Because I left India a long time back, so I'm not sure how LinkedIn won in India. But outside India, anywhere, any country, especially in European countries, because you cannot lie on the LinkedIn. You cannot change your CV. You cannot, you can change your CV every day, but LinkedIn, you cannot make a changes every day, for every jobs. So whatever the LinkedIn is showing, that's your true profile is there. Always shares, thoughts, shares about, your professions in the LinkedIn. That's you become more engaged with the people, and, grow your network. And once again, thanks, Nikita ji. You are a chartered accountant, and you organize the event very well. And then we are looking forward for the few more webinars with the Sonipat chapters.
Sure, sir, sure. Thank you so much for sparing time. So this is the end of the session, and now I would like to invite the chairperson of the Sonipat branch, C. Hitesh, to kindly convey the thank you remarks. Over to you, Hitesh.
थैंक यू सो मच निकिता, आपने काफी अच्छा सेशन इंट्रोड्यूस किया, काफी अच्छा मोटिवेट आपने सेशन किया। सचिन जी, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। तो थोड़ी हिंदी अब आ जाते हैं, हिंदी में थोड़ा ज्यादा हाथ अपना पकता है।
जी,
तो आप सब
हितेश जी, हम भी हिंदी में यहाँ पे हिंदी में ही बात करते हैं हम तो।
हाँ जी,
हम तो ऑफिस में भी आयरिश लोगों से हिंदी में बात कर लेते हैं कभी कभी।
ये अच्छा है सर, आप हिंदी प्रमोट कर रहे हैं आइलैंड जाके, काफी सराहनीय बात है ये। तो सचिन जी, आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। जस्ट आपसे 2 हफ्ते पहले बात हुई सर, इतने शॉर्ट टाइम पे हमने एक वेबिनार रख भी लिया, उसको कंडक्ट भी कर लिया, और काफी इंसाइट्स मेरे को मिली। आई एम श्योर बाकी सब मेंबर्स को काफी इसमें नॉलेज मिली होगी, क्योंकि मैं खुद आयरलैंड आने का सोच रहा था, लेकिन चेयरमैनशिप के लिए काफी लोगों ने कहा कि आप अगले साल चले जाइए। तो मेरा खुद काफी नॉलेज था आयरलैंड जाने का, लेकिन फिर भी मैं यहाँ से 7, 8, 10 चीजें सीख के जा रहा हूँ। जैसे एमन सर ने भी कहा था कि कवर लेटर को इतना इम्पोर्टेंस इंडिया में नहीं देते, तो कवर लेटर की इम्पोर्टेंस आज मुझे पता चली। और एक और चीज कि सीपीए आयरलैंड मैंने भी क्वालिफाई कर रखा है, थैंक्स टू आकाश। इन्होंने मुझे बताया था कि अभी ऑफर चल रहा है सीपीए आयरलैंड का, ड्यू टू वर्ल्ड कांग्रेस ऑफ अकाउंटेंट्स। रजिस्ट्रेशन फीस अभी वेव हो रखी है। तो बाकी सब जो मेंबर्स अभी यहाँ प्रेजेंट है, उन सब से मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, अगर आप आयरलैंड जाने की सोच रहे हैं, तो सबसे स्मार्ट, सबसे कन्वीनियंट, सबसे इजी ऑप्शन रहेगा टू हैव अ डिग्री ओवर देयर, either CP Ireland or a master's degree from some college. उम्मीद करते हैं आप सबको कुछ ना कुछ यहाँ सीखने को मिला होगा। आगे आने वाले सेशंस के लिए भी हम प्लान कर रहे हैं बाकी कंट्रीज के साथ, बाकी हमारे फॉरेन चैप्टर्स के साथ, और कोशिश यही रहेगी कि हम अपने जो ब्रांचेस हैं, जो आईसीआई का नेटवर्क है, उसका हम यूज करें। नेटवर्किंग ब्रांडिंग पे हमें फोकस करना चाहिए, तभी हम आउटसोर्सिंग का काम या फॉरेन में जाके हम जॉब लैंड कर सकते हैं। और आकाश जी, आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, आपकी वजह से ये सेशन कंप्लीट हो पाया। आपने काफी बैक एंड से काफी सपोर्ट किया आकाश सर ने, थैंक यू सो मच। जल्दी मिलते हैं आपसे इधर इन आयरलैंड और इन, थैंक यू सो मच। मिलते हैं जल्दी किसी वेबिनार में। आई गेस निकिता जी सेशन क्लोज अप कर देते हैं।
Yeah. Thank you everyone for sparing the time and joining us. Thanks a lot.